Hello everybody, my name is Amy, this is the Opinionated Woman, and welcome to a thriller reading vlog. I have found if you've been keeping track of my vlogs or especially my One Last Try series, you'll find that I am really struggling to find any decent thrillers that really catch my attention. A lot of them are really below par for me right now, and so many of them I just end up frustrated by the end. So I've decided to go completely out of the box from what I've been reading up until this point, which is American and British majority white authors. And I'm going to change it up a little bit. So I'm going to be taking you along while I read two books that are not American and not British and not even fucking English in some cases. So the first book I'm going to be reading is Lemon by Yao Sun Kwang. This book follows three different narrators, and all of these different people have a connection to this girl that was murdered whose killer was never found. That is all I know about it, and I'm really interested to find out. It was translated by Janet Huang, and it's Korean. So I've never read a Korean thriller before. I'm absolutely intrigued to see how this is going to come out because I've never tried anything like this before, but that is the book that I'm going to be starting with. The second book I'm going to be reading is The Baby Is Mine by Oyinkan Braithwaite. If you've heard that name before, it is because she wrote My Sister the Serial Killer, which is a freaking tip-top thriller. Also really short. Both of these books are really short. Really short, but really impactful and completely different to the domestic thrillers that are coming out of the US and the UK right now. Totally different, totally new, and it was so captivating. So I'm hoping her next book will be the same. I don't know too much about it besides the fact that there's this baby and two women are claiming to be this baby's mother. And I think some creepy things happen. I know some tribal markings get scored into the baby's forehead, but the blurb is very sparse, and I think that's definitely really important in a book that's only 3 hours long on audio. So we're gonna dive in, we're gonna see how this works, and you're gonna come along with me. Yeah, I filmed a video, which is why I have lipstick on now, and I've changed into a much more comfy top because I'm just chilling the rest of today. I might do some crafting, so I'll listen to my audiobook, but I've been making my lunch while I was listening to it. So far so good. It's really, there's one element of it that's very creepy, and it's that the sister of the girl who's been murdered, they had this really difficult relationship. They were not very similar in the slightest. Her sister was tall, beautiful, thin, and popular, and she was dumpy and always and also her sister didn't play by the rules, and she, her sister was fat and smart and didn't get as much attention as her sister, and after her murder, when she as an adult, she starts getting plastic surgery to look more like her sister, which is wacko. And it's really creepy, and I'm very intrigued. I'm very intrigued. Myself more often that when I do these audiobook reading vlogs, which I do really enjoy doing because they're just something a little bit different, but I must remember how much this kind of vlog encourages me cleaning, because currently doing the dishes, I don't usually do the dishes during the day. It's usually an evening thing, whether I make dinner that night or not, or whether I just have left over from the night before. I usually do the dishes, but not during the day. But now I'm like, you know what, these audiobooks are so short, I could actually do this vlog in a weekend if I wanted to. I'm not going to rush it though. I don't want to rush through and not actually enjoy my reading process. It's not what I'm about. It's not the type of content I like to do. So I've been like, oh yeah, well I can do the dishes. I'll listen to Lemon while I am doing the dishes, after I've finished talking to you. There's quite a few, yeah. And then I'm like, oh, and also I did washing, so I could put my washing away. And that's something that I put off doing all the time, because putting away your washing is so boring. So I'm like, no, but I can listen to Lemons. So I'm like, sick. So I am making sweet content, hopefully reading books that I'm going to really like, I hope, and making my house nice and shiny and clean at the same time. I think this is a win situation. So I'm gonna go and carry on listening to my book. Okay, so I don't know how much multitasking I can do. I mean, I'm pretty multitasky. Like from used to being a chef, you're supposed to do a lot of shit at the same time. But right now, I've got, let me do it the right way around. Football, Chelsea Crystal Palace. Oh, I need to watch his team sheets actually, but that's the other team. So, nail polish, going on my toes. Well, I've got to remove this foot. And then we're putting on this one. This is Essence. That's the Spirit. It's like a deep brownie red. It's nice. And then I want to see if I can put on my audiobook at the same time, or whether it's too distracting. Let me see. Another good time to get audiobook time done is going to get snacks. My favorite drink is the Cola Tonic and lemonade, which is like, Cola Tonic is like that syrupy stuff, and then I just put it with Sprite or lemonade. And every now and again I treat myself to a bottle of that, and then every now and again I buy a Sprite. And I have a nice fancy drink in my house. It's not alcoholic or anything. It's just tasty. So I'm going to do that and grab some other chocolate-based snacks and listen to Lemon. I have to say, while it is sometimes so uncomfortable how much people stare at me in public, especially in my area, it's a little bit more conservative, a little bit more Afrikaans. Afrikaans is not bad, it's just Afrikaans comes a lot of the time with a lot of conservatism, and yeah, they don't like tattoos so much, or they're just amazed by them. But the one thing that I love is children looking at them. Because there's this kid, must have been like two or three, and he's looking at me. He's like staring at my legs, because that's where the biggest, brightest tattoos are. And I waved at him, and he imitated my wave back. The amount of times I've had cute little interactions with children because they like that I got pretty pictures drawn on me. It's just pretty cute. Good morning. So, I have updates for you. Last night I finished Lemon. It was like a 3-hour audiobook, 3 and a bit. So it was really, really quick. I really enjoyed it. I've completely, like, at the beginning of last year, I read a lot of translated Korean fiction and like just generally translated Asian fiction, and then I sort of ran out of what I had available to me, and I haven't gone digging
into any more translated works, and I really need to, because I remembered how much I freaking love them. Like a well-written, translated Asian fiction. Oh my god. There's just something so different about it. And Korean fiction is so, well, this one, so good. So, but, Lemon. So, I don't know whether this would classify more, it was more mystery, more literary. It was said to be like a literary mystery, but I would say this is more, sorry, I got the hiccups. Ooh. But I would say this is way more on the literary side. It's just based around a murder. So it wasn't too thrilling, but it was a really good, like, getting to see into the minds of the people that were left behind. And a little bit of details about what happened around the murder itself were really interesting. But the part that creeped me out, that I thought was so well done, and I've never seen it done this way before, was we got the one character in therapy appointment. We got it twice. But you don't get the therapist side of the conversation, you only get her side of the conversation. And it's so creepy because it sounds, it comes across like a little bit deranged, like a little bit like the things that she's saying are already like, but the fact that she's doing it in this, what appears to be like a monologue, and every now and again the therapist will ask her a question, but we won't get it. She'll just be like, oh, what did you ask? Where was I on this day? And then she'll start talking about that. And it's the way that it's just done almost like a monologue makes it really creepy and unhinged. And I loved it. I thought it was done so well. So yeah, not exactly a thriller, but a good book nonetheless. So that's cool. The next one I'm going to be moving on to is the Oyenka Braithwaite. So yeah, let's see if this one's a bit more thrilling. Hey buddy, are we going to listen to The Baby Is Mine while we go to the beach? That's what we're going to do. Sundays, up at the beach. Oh, hello boy! He's running past me at great speed. As you can see, fucking gorgeous day. Look at it. It's my mom's birthday, so mom, even though it's a grey day for you in England, it is a beautiful day for you in South Africa. So I just wanted to come in with a beautiful backdrop to talk about The Baby Is Mine, because it's very short. I've got like an hour or some and a bit left, and I haven't been listening for that long. So it's set during the pandemic, and our main character Bambi has had to leave his apartment. So he's gone to his aunt's house, his aunt Bidemi, and she's in this house that's all candlelit because the generator's gone. It's in Nigeria, by the way. I don't know if I said that before. But so he comes to his aunt's house and finds this other woman, Isoe. I think that's how you say it. It's hard for me to know how to pronounce it properly, but I'm trying. And there's a baby in this house, and basically both women are claiming that the baby is theirs. Both women were pregnant, and the one says the other one lost the baby, and the other one says the other one. So there's like this big battle between whose kid this is. And I'm very confused by it, because obviously the person who did lose the baby is having a bit of a mental break if they think that the baby that's alive is theirs. So that's quite ominous. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to update you because it's so little, and I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, basically they were like, fuck it, we're going to do something really unusual. We're going to do a maternity test, but because it's in the middle of COVID, they can't really go and get blood tests done and things like that, because the labs are swamped and they can't go anywhere because it's right at the beginning of the pandemic. So yeah, it's really interesting. It's really like insular. It's playing with a German Shepherd. He's so cute. Yeah, so it's kind of suffocating because you go, good boy. because because there's no way of them getting this maternity test, there's no way of actually like solving this problem, and because it's a pandemic, they literally can't go anywhere. It's like right at the beginning, everything was locked down, so it feels really claustrophobic, which I think is a really good device for a thriller to use. So yeah, I'm intrigued, and I mean I liked this author's writing before, but it's nice to know that I still like her writing regardless of how this book turns out. I'll definitely read from her again. Right, this book is doing thrilly things in the way that I like things to be thrilly. This lighting is awful. But yeah, it's just basically been a little bit more freaking subtle. Like when somebody hears something and no one else hears it, you know, that kind of thing. And his sister is calling him to ask for help with a problem that she's having, and the advice he's giving her is like the most gaslighty, like insidious bullshit. And it's like, it's really it's a lot of psychological elements. It's a quiet thriller, and I really like it. Alrighty, just finished The Baby Is Mine. What a weird ending. What a weird ending. Again, a very open-ended ending. Not your traditional type of thriller, not like the type with like loads of twists and turns and like fast-paced or anything like that. I did enjoy it, but I wouldn't really classify it in the type of like thrilling that I would want. It's something on its own. It is something on its own, and I did enjoy it. But yeah, I think I'm still gonna have to try and I would like to find more, actually. Like, we know that I do better with longer books as it is. So maybe if I found longer thrillers that were not American and British, while still trying to read some American and British books, yeah, I would pick up both of these. If you want a slow, creepy vibe, like an unsettling vibe, that's what I think this book gives, because all of the people in this book are unreliable narrators. They're all kind of awful people in different ways. Like even the narrator, like Bambi, he's like a gaslighty, he's manipulative, he's just a very manipulative, kind of selfish dude. And even the two women, you're just like, I wouldn't want to give this baby to any of you. Like, none of you. Like, good God. So that kind of unsettling feeling I thought was portrayed really, really well. And because it's in the pandemic, like feeling like you're locked inside. Like, I thought about it in the pandemic, if I was locked in like a toxic situation, like how stressful it would be. And this would be as one of those situations, I guess. But anyway, if you did like this kind of vlog, please let me know. Give me a like, maybe a subscribe, and tickle my bell for notifications. And check you next time.